Today I've got 10 gorillas, and I should say synth gorillas, because in the game's story these are made by the Institute. So 10 synth gorillas against 50 mutant hounds. So that's a 5-to-1 advantage for the mutant hounds. The mutant hounds are an enemy that I'm sure all of you have faced. Anytime you come across a group of super mutants, there's always 1 or 2 mutant hounds that are there. They charge you, and really they're kind of what I would call a bullet sponge for the story mode. They're there to charge and direct away some of the fire from those super mutants who are attacking you from a distance. I never really had too much of a problem with the mutant hounds. The reason being that their heads are so easy to hit. They always seem to drop down pretty quickly. But I really didn't know how to gauge the strength of these gorillas, and so I gave them a 5-to-1 handicap. I didn't know quite what these gorillas were capable of, but as we're zooming out, we're seeing that the gorillas are holding their own really well. They're incredibly powerful. They've got high defense, clearly, and also high health to withstand all of these bites and attacks from the mutant hounds. There go a couple flung through the air. That gives you a demonstration of the sheer strength of these gorillas. And it's really not looking like a fair fight. The gorillas are pretty much completely intact. They don't really show any signs of visible damage. That may just be a model limitation. At any rate, the wooden arena floor is littered with mutant hound corpses, and the gorillas are still standing. So I ran 2 tests here just to make sure, and it's quite clear that, as you see another one fly through the air, it's quite clear that the gorillas are just way too much for 50 mutant hounds. And so we need to up the stakes a little for these here gorillas. We're going to double the number of mutant hounds. We've got a full 100 mutant hounds here. This wooden arena up in the sky above Spectacle Island is packed to the gills with mutant hounds now. So surely that will tip the balance in their favor, right? Well, let's load it up, turn on the AI, and find out. Right away you see a problem for the mutant hounds. A large number are just hanging back and not attacking. Now that's an engine limitation. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. The gorillas also, since they were spawned on the side of the arena, are kind of holding a little gorilla wall here so that they can't be surrounded. So between those 2 factors, they're actually doing pretty well, even though I've doubled the number of mutant hounds. You get some nice zoomed in looks of these gorilla animations. They're pretty nice. They did a really good job rendering the gorillas and also animating them. I'm not sure exactly how you would go about motion capturing a gorilla. I'd imagine they're probably not too receptive to a motion capture suit, so good work, Bethesda. Normally I'm not too keen on their animations, but they did a pretty good job with these enemies, which are strangely some of the rarest units in the game. But just like in the last fight, what we're seeing here is these gorillas are just, they're tough nuts to crack. And so, you know, they may take a few bites here and there. 1 or 2 of them by the end of this fight may fall. But just look at the sheer number of hounds here. These gorillas are seriously overpowered compared to these mutant hounds. And, you know, the fight's almost over now. I think we've all seen the strength of these gorillas. And thanks for watching. I might have a more fair fight next time. This was a bit of a bloodbath. So see you guys next time. We'll see what we can do to mix it up for the next fight.